we are already in July, so we still have one more monthly meeting in August. And at this moment, we already apply for the working visa in Vietnam and already have the hotel in Vietnam. And I will send out the address of the hotel soon. And we learned from the past that when we travel, we will not be able to communicate with each other through the email because not many people are able to check email. So we will use the WhatsApp on the iPhone. So the WhatsApp is, I believe, is made by Google. So it's reliable application. So I would like to recommend everyone to download the WhatsApp in the US. And I will send out the invitation to join. So any announcement on why we are travel to Vietnam, and also when we are in Vietnam, we will use the WhatsApp to communicate. So wherever you have the internet, you will be able to communicate with all of us, especially when you arrive at the airport. Like when you lost in the airport or you need any help while you are traveling, you can use WhatsApp to make an announcement. So I would check the on the task, and anyone else can help if they know. So please, download the application on your phone and get to know it. And so far, I have only about 10 people send me the itinerary. So if you already bought the airline ticket, please let us know. Send it to us so we will know when you will arrive and when will you depart. The hotel, I already booked the hotel, and already the hotel know the number of room that we need. So if you arrive at the airport earlier, like many days before I arrive, so I hopefully that you will be able to, find your own transportation. Because I will be in Vietnam and going to pick up all of you around in the morning of Saturday. But many people have decided to go way before me. So I will not be able to pick you up. So you will find your own way to get to the hotel. I also learned that the accounting team will send out the link to the online payment system, so you can pay the balance of your mission fee. So the link to the paying is sent out probably today or tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. Okay, I'd like to give the floor back to Dr. Nathan Lee. Dr. Lee.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Dr. Lee.
Good morning, Dr. Lee.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, hang on one quick second. I am, all right. So we are about 10 weeks away from our trip. Okay, so it's coming up really quick. And this next 10 weeks will be critical that whatever our admin team send out and ask, please reply as soon as you can. So just keep all of us on track. So this morning, the agenda is I'm going to go through our work week, our team assignment, and what the Sunday clinic looks like. And then we'll have a time at the end for questions and answers. Before we do that, I'd just like to quickly, this time we have some people that couldn't join us last time. So I just like to introduce a few key members of the team. Okay, so my name is Nyat in Vietnamese or Nathan in English, and I am a pediatric anesthesiologist. I will be the surgery team September mission coordinator for us. So I work together with the core team, and you met Yung, who is our admin, and then our surgeons. Lead is Dr. Lot. Dr. Lot, can you say hi? Okay. And then our anesthesia lead is going to be Dr. Karen Wu. Dr. Wu, can you say hi? Okay. And then I also see on there is our PACU lead is our nurse Yao Nguyen. Yao, can you wave hi as well? Okay. And then the OR lead person would be Geraldine and Pauline. I don't see them on here yet.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Pauline. Can you wave hi? Can you turn on your camera there for a minute?
I'm trying, but it's not showing.
Pauline,
I'm trying, I don't know.
she's like a social media, expert besides being a fantastic nurse. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They'll have a chance to
somehow
kind
it's
of
not
go through
showing.
and tell you a little bit more about the each team. And then I also on here I see the the patient pre-op education post-op care, which is Lynn. Lynn, can you wave hi as well? Okay, Lynn is Dr. Lott's significant others. Okay, so I'm going to go through and share with you, and then at the end I will have everyone introduce themselves, so that way we have a chance to have everyone on. Okay. All right. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the most important thing about our mission here is being a part of a team. We recognize that everyone who come and be part of our mission team are people that you are in. You're professionals. You do very very important aspect of your family life, your career, and you come to us with a lot of experience and a lot of skills and talents. What we ask on the team is that we all come together, and Project Vietnam Foundation is here to work and to take care of our children, in Vietnam. So sometime on the team, the tasks that you're asked to do may not be what you normally do at home or at your work, but they are necessary tasks that is required for us to accomplish the work that we're here to do. But however, professionally, we ask that you perform tasks that you only are comfortable with, or tasks that you normally do at home. So when we're here in Vietnam, we ask everyone to be flexible, we improvise, but we never compromise, because the safety of our patients, the safety of our team, and the work that PVNF does within the surgery team as well as outside the surgery team depends on each volunteer give it our best and to provide the best possible care that we can possibly do for these children. At some point in my course of with PVNF, as you can know, that PVNF has done 25 surgery mission, and we have done surgery on more than 2,100 children, and we have here to transform their life. We're here to improve it. And we want to do and give them the best possible care, not just something better than what they have, but the very, very best that we can provide for them. So Dr. Lot have this quote that he shared with us over the years, and I love it, so I'm going to share this with you today. It say that if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, we go together. And in our trip, we go far, and we want to accomplish a lot. All right. And we have a set amount of time to do it. So we are going to do it, and we're going to do it together. And one for and all for one. Or in Vietnamese, we have a saying that said, một cây làm chẳng nên non, ba cây chụp lại nên hòn núi cao. Literally meaning by yourself, you can't do much, but together we can do a lot. So the theme for our mission for PVNF is, if you look at this pictures, it is our surgery team. We take care of the kids. We do whatever that we can do, whatever they need, and we offer them whatever we have to offer them. So the saying goes, love only grows by sharing. You can only have more for yourself
Oh,
by
yeah,
giving it away.
Good.
I was like,
So with this, we are going to start on this mission together. And as part of the preparation, we will send out the link for you for the current CDC guideline for travel to Vietnam. But overall, right now, it's pretty your standard, usual precautionary vaccine and medications. And on this website, it's actually very, very helpful. It go over things like how to stay healthy, what kind of medications you need, and some of the vaccine that you need. We ask each one of you to go on this website for your specific situation, your specific your health conditions. Okay, so once we start the trip, okay, a lot of things happen behind the scene. So first we have to pack and prepare all of our supplies that we take with us to Vietnam. So right now we have a group of people, our long-term volunteer that are going through inventories, collect whatever we can collect as far as donations, and then buy stuff that needs to be bought. And then eventually we pack things together. We ask everyone who live in Southern California, please reserve your to check on luggage to save it for our boxes that we will need you to help us to take supply over to Vietnam. So we're going to begin. I'm going to begin by sharing with you what our week of work in Vietnam will look like. Okay, we will send out a sheet to you a little bit later when we finalize it. It will have what we call a week at a glance. So we begin on Saturday. We expect, no matter what your travel plan is, for you to arrive in Vietnam and join the team by Saturday morning. We will have hotel check-in between 2 and 4 p.m. And then the team will distribute to you batches, scrubs, and then you will help us sort all the supply that we pack together. The concept of when we pack supplies is we spread everything out in all our boxes. So we don't keep any one particular item, not all the medication in one box and all the suture in another box. We have to spread them all out.
I cannot hear anymore.
Traveling. Things sometimes get lost and don't make it to us. If we lose a box, we still have supply to cover and do the work. So on Saturday, once we get to Vietnam, then we have to sort it. The first sorting is sorted out by, all the sutures go in one box, all the medication go to another box, pre-op stuff going to supply, so that on Sunday we will be able to set up and start our work. So we do all of that, and then Sunday evening we will have our team dinner together around 6 p.m. We will have team introduction. We get to actually, at that time, instead of just meeting each other by Zoom, we get to actually meet each other. And it's a wonderful experience to meet all the new volunteers. And for those of us who've been on the team for multiple years, it's a chance for us just a reunite. It's a reunion. So it's just a really neat and exciting time. And then we will, after the dinner, we will divide up ourselves and have meeting time for each team so that we can prepare ourselves to start work. So once we start work, every day we will have the team have breakfast together. So this is a typical breakfast that we have at the hotel. So, the old saying goes, right? We started it off with a healthy breakfast, and I guarantee you the breakfast here that we have is top notch, and you can't find it anywhere else. You have everything from phở to bánh cuốn to American Continental to, you dream it, it will be there. And the important thing is on our team, we operate as a team, so we all leave together. So time is very, very important. The old saying, like Gao Su or Vietnamese time is a rubber band. We actually gonna have to ask you to leave that concept at home. Okay, and on here we have to function, and we all travel together from the hotel to the hospital is about 30 minutes to 45 minutes travel time. So every morning we will leave the bus. We'll announce to you what time the bus leave, but generally on Sunday we leave at 8. The rest of the week we will leave at 7. So every morning we get on this bus together. It's kind of like a really neat field trip, right? It's a tour. It's a 12-hour tour that we go together. And if for any reason for whatever it is, if you miss the bus because you're not on the bus at 7, we depart at 7, not getting ready at 7. We depart at 7. If you miss the bus, there's still ways for you to get to the hospital. For example, like this is Geraldine, who one of our long-term volunteers. She's one of our leaders. She missed the bus. We can't wait for each other, wait for any particular person. So she found a way to get to the hospital, right? And once we get to the hospital, we will depart. We will start our work. So from that day on, every day from Monday at 6 o'clock, we have breakfast. 6:45, we'll do team morning briefing. 7 o'clock, the bus leave. And then when we get to the hospital at 7:30, the pre-op team will start to see patients, and then they will get patients ready for the operating room. We are hoping that by 8 o'clock, and then all the prospective team, the OR team, pre-op, PACU team will start to set up. And this is where the journey for the children begin, okay? So at this point, we meet the children. We will take them on this life transformation journey. So we get them ready. We pre-medicate them in pre-op. We walk them to the OR. Right? If they need, we walk them, we carry them, we cuddle them, whatever that particular child need. And then when we get to the OR, we will do our surgery. So the surgeon will do the surgery, and then some of the surgeon will be out doing post-op round. And then once the surgery is done, we'll take them to the recovery room, and then the recovery room will recover the patients until they're ready to go to the floor. And then every day around noontime, we will have lunch brought to the hospital first, and it will be in the conference room. And then we'll work till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, with our target time is to be able to discharge the last patient to their room. And then, but however, we will work until the work is done. So there are times where the last member of the team doesn't leave the hospital until 8, 9, or 10 o'clock at night. But that's part of the beauty is that as a team, we will do the work until every child that we came to take care of is taken care of. And then we will return back to the hotel, hopefully around 5, and give you a little bit of time to shower, to decompress, to chill for a little bit, and then we'll have team dinner. So once again, this is a typical team dinner. You can see we're still in our scrub, but we're just happy that we got the day's work done, and all the family and the children and the life that we get to touch. And at team dinner, we have a chance to do some reflections and any sharing and information that we have. This is also at a time for us to debrief. So the typical week will go through pretty much the same order that I share. On Friday, we try to keep the work to a lighter day. So pretty much the morning and everything proceed about the same, but we will complete our surgery around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At that time, we will clean up, pack up stuff, and return to the hotel. On Friday night, we will have a final team dinner where we get to do final team debriefing. We'll do reflections. We'll do announcement. And Saturday, our surgeons and our part of our team will go back to the hospital and continue to round on the patients. And then bác sĩ Chẩn, who is bác sĩ, you know, the PVNF is found by bác sĩ Quỳnh Kiều and bác sĩ Chẩn. They're husband and wife, and bác sĩ Quỳnh Kiều is a pediatrician, and bác sĩ Chẩn is a anesthesiologist. So he will stay back in Vietnam for an additional week to make sure that every patient is recovery well, and he'll stay until everyone is discharged home. And on Saturday, pretty much it will be a free day for you to visit Saigon, visit the town, and then you can depart Saturday or Sunday. It's up to that's your option at that point. Any questions so far?
So the mission, I have a question. Is the mission 1 week or 2 weeks?
The surgery mission is the work is taking place over 6 days.
6
Yes.
days. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so Sunday's a clinic day, and then Monday through Fridays are surgical day.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm just gonna share with you the preliminary team that I have worked through. I work with our core team. We look at all those questionnaires that you have answered first, and we have preliminary assigned you to a team. Okay, so at this point, after the meeting, I'll email out this team assignment to the group and look through it a little bit. I ask that you only ask to change team if it is something that you absolutely have no skills belonging to that team. But the work that we need is that is been you know, we try to match up what you wrote to what the team need to the best that we can. Okay, and also the assignment is subject to change based on the current conditions that we are in Vietnam. For example, some people come there and because of travel, they don't feel well the first day or two. Or and the other aspect that is very important that we ask you to eat with the team. One is just for team building, but the second thing is the food that we select as food that are considered safe for traveler, for the foreign. Okay, because we don't want you to eat street food, get sick, get you know, diarrhea. You know what? You will be in your hotel room for the next 3 days trying to overcome the GI upset or the diarrhea. One is that, you know, you miss out on all the work that we're here to do. And second is that we depend on every member for us to be successful. And thirdly is that then we're going to have to look after you too. So now instead of being a care provider, you become a patient, right? So on that Saturday, that free day, oh, you can go to town. You can eat snail, you can eat oat, you can eat street food, you can do whatever you like, right? So ring, you know, and then that's what I did the first year, okay, 1999. That last day I went out to, we were in a very small town in northern Vietnam, in Hanoi. And we went and we had snail, we ate oat, we did all of that. And I figured, right, if I have anything bad, I'm still gonna be well enough to get on the plane.
Yeah.
And then in 20 hours, I'll be back home and I'll be okay to recover, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, that's just part of keeping the team together, okay? So on this, okay, the administrative team, we have you, which you met, and we have Tissa, Mark, Jin, Sylvia, and Anthony Lum. They are going to be help. They have been working and they will continue to help with the logistic of the team, the movement of all of us, the bus, the getting us to where we need to go. Even like you said, you know, we have 2 or 3 designated pickup time from the airport to take us to the hotel. And then the bigger part of that is that they have to handle all the patient logistics. We take care of the patient. Really, we provide complete care for our patient. We house them, we take care of their meals, we provide and take care of all the medical costs. We provide for their transportation care, and we make sure that they get home. to where they came from safely. So they are been working on that, and they will continue to do all of that, and they take care of the finance stuff, that all the stuff that we need to buy, purchase, and pay for, both in the States and in Vietnam. So it's a big team, but it's a lot of what we call unnamed task, right? That really is the hero behind the scene. And then on the surgeons, we have this year, we are fortunate would have 8 surgeons from the United States and from Australia, I believe, and so we have actually Dr. Alex Kim, Dr. Kathleen Wardorf, Dr. Monica Kill, Dr. Kang Nguyen, Dr. Phong Nguyen, Dr. Joseph Huang, and Dr. Lisa Sucker. And then on the anesthesia team, you have me, you have Maxi Chen. We are going to be more working with the administrative role to take care of our team. We have Dr. Karen Wu, who has been with us for many years, Dr. Hương Lê, who's been with us since last year. New to this year, we have Dr. Jeannie Kim, and then we have Amy Ramirez and Daniel Perez. They both are nurse anesthetists, and they both work with me for many years. And Amy has been with us since last year. And then our pediatrician, we have Dr. Ngọc Bùi, who is a new volunteer with us. On our patient care, the pre-op education and post-op care team, we have Dr. Lin Chen. She's one of our dentists. We have Tina Lei. She's a pharmacist, and she's my better half, or maybe better 2/3 or 3/4. And then the 2 new nurses that we assigned to the team are Helen Nguyen, and I believe it's Hoài Tâm Nguyen. For our recovery room, for our pre-op and our recovery room, the lead RN would be Yao. The pre-op would be Trang Đài Nguyen and Hương Vũ. Our PACU would be Nori Lam, Jin Nguyen, and Linh Đăng.
I'm sorry, Nathan, can you roll up the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, I have to go back here, and let me see this one. Okay. Huh? Okay, let me see here. All right. Okay, so all right, so, and then for our PACU, Nori Lam, Jin Nguyen, and Linh Đăng. For our OR staff, the lead nurse would be Geraldine Quarles, Honing Kin. For scrub, right now we have Celeste, we have Ngọc, we have Edward, and we have Satomi. For circulating in the OR, we have Hitomi, Jessica, Lot, and Tina. For sterile processing, we have Khoi Chan and Minh Hương Nguyễn. And on our media team, we have Bình Lê and Lai Võ. And new to this year, we have an electronic medical record and IT support. Is Anh Dũng Nguyễn and Hồng Nguyễn. Hồng is very instrumental in working this year to help create an electronic platform for all the paperwork and all the form and all the documentation and database for it. And a very long-term friend of Hồng is Anh Dũng, who is a retired from Microsoft, and he's able to help us and travel with us to help bring off the work that we do, the database up to the 21st century. And Hồng is also, she's a pharmacist at heart, but she wears many hats. So she's also helping us with the the post-op care instructions and getting all of that done with us. And then this year we are very excited to have our student volunteer coming back. Last year, due to COVID, we could not have student join us because we were very limited by how many people that we are able to bring. So this year we have Sarah Chin, Dana Young, and Taryn Dip. Sarah family has been a long-term volunteer with us for many years. Her mom has been instrumental in our fundraising and been on many trips with us. And Sarah herself has also been on a trip with us when she was in high school. So now she's getting ready to apply to medical school. Then Young is a scout that worked with me, has been my scout for many, many years, and she's a college student. Taryn, same thing, has been volunteering with PVNF for many years throughout, elementary, high school, and college. She's a college grad and getting ready to apply to medical school. All right, so at this point, I'm going to just ask each team to introduce, to share with us a little bit about what the team involved, and then we will move forward with the Sunday clinic. Okay. So for anesthesia, Karen, can you share? Actually, can you share with us first a little bit about the surgeons and your concept of for this mission?
Sure, thank you. Good morning. I represent different facets of Project Vietnam. First of all, on behalf of Dr. Kun Kieu and Dr. Chan Kieu and the Board of Directors for Project Vietnam Foundation, thank you for your time and sharing your experience with Project Vietnam Foundation and the children of Vietnam. Earlier, Nathan mentioned that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, go as a team. And we are like a team, like a football team. Quarterback is Nathan. He's our lead. And I follow his direction for the surgery mission team. I'm the lead for the surgery for the surgeon, but we have 8 other surgeons that are coming along with us. He mentioned that Dr. Alex Kim and Dr. Kathleen Wardoff, they're not here today, but they've been with us multiple times, 5, 6 times already. We also have Dr. Monica Kieu. She's an ENT doctor. She happens to be Dr. Kun Kieu and Dr. Chan Kieu, the founder's daughter. She's an ENT doctor practicing in Southern California. We also have Dr. Khan Nguyen. He's an ENT doctor. I believe he works in Alabama. And then Dr. Phong Nguyen. On the screen, I think he goes by Tony Nguyen. He's with us today. Dr. Joseph Wang. He's an ENT doctor from Texas. This is his first time here. Dr. Lisa Schuckert, I think that's how I pronounce her name. I think that's supposed to be the way to pronounce it. If I'm wrong, sorry. Dr. Phong Nguyen and Dr. Lisa Schuckert happens to be a plastic surgery resident from Germany. And Dr. Phong Nguyen, this will be his 2nd year. Dr. Lisa will be her 1st year. When they applied to join the team, I asked them 2 questions, and their response helped me decide whether to accept them for the team or not. I wanted a commitment, at least 5 years from them, because it takes time to learn, to grow, and to be able to be proficient in doing this type of surgery. And so you have to commit yourself to 5 years. The second thing is that when you first start out, you have to be willing to do whatever is needed in order to help the team achieve. There's a term in medicine called pro re nata. When you write a prescription, it says PRN. It means as circumstance required. So whatever the team needs you to do in order to make it safe for the patient, for the team, for the foundation, for the volunteers, so that we can finish our job, do it successfully, and then get home safely. Whatever is needed of you, be willing to help, be willing to do. The last time I reported back, we have 45 patients in waiting. As of today, we have 72 patients in waiting. We have some confirmed cases of cleft lip that will need to be performed, about 20 cases of it. We have 11 confirmed cleft palate cases that needs to be done. We have 7 confirmed cleft rhinoplasty, nose surgery that needs to be done. We have 6 cases that needs to have bone graft for the gap in between the teeth. And we have 28 patient, old and new, that needs to be checked up to see whether they need additional surgery. So a total of 72. That's not including the patient 10 to 15 that's coming from the quick the disabled group that usually adds in at the end. So we're looking probably around 90 to 100 by the time the clinic comes on that Sunday of the mission week. Our goal is to do the surgery. We surgeons get the limelight at times, but we can't do it without the whole team. I compare the surgeons to a kicker, a place kicker on a football team. Our quarterback is Nathan. The team has to be able to score in order for the kicker to be able to kick the ball through the upright. And it's the same thing with the Project Vietnam Foundation mission team. We cannot do the surgery unless the team help us get the patient there. That's the admin team. Screen the patient, that's the whole team. Anesthesia, pediatrician, nurses, and then we can't do the surgery until the patient is asleep on the table, prep and ready. And that's the only time we get to do our job. And when you get the patient ready, we'll do our best to give the patient a great results. And so far, during my 5 years of traveling, we have 2 of the best surgeons, cleft surgeons, that you can have, and that's Dr. Alex Kim and Dr. Wardoff, and they'll be joining us this year again. They're, I don't know how long they'll be there, how long they will go with us, and that's why I purposely recruit surgeons that are going to commit 5 years so that we can get them ready to take over when Dr. Alex Kim and Dr. Wardoff retires or stops going. On that Sunday when we screen, it's after the vital signs are done. Basically, if we look and there's a gap between their lips, we know they have to have the surgery. If they open their mouth, there's a gap in their palate, we know they have to have surgery. When they had it done before, it's a little bit trickier because sometimes the surgery fails, and so they have small holes left inside the palate, so we have to do a surgery again. But whichever the case, any patient that needs surgery, it has to go through anesthesia, has to go through the pediatrician. They have to be clear before we can operate. During the week, the surgeons, we split up into half. Half of us go around and check on the post-op patient. The other half goes to the operating room and starts prepare the patient for the first case of the day. We do the surgery until it's done. We do the cases until it's done, and then we try our best to do it so that it's timely, so that the team can get back to the hotel within reasonable hours. Sometimes it runs late, sometimes it goes on time. Whichever the case, as a surgeon, I can tell you, it is one of the most rewarding experience that you can have, being able to change the life of the patient. When I operate on a patient inside the operating room, it's as if time stops. And it's only when you're done that time restarts and you feel tired. So if you find that during the surgery and I don't talk very much, and that's because I'm focused on what I'm trying to do. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we work together, and we really stand on each other's shoulder so that we can get the work done. So every single volunteer is critical to the success of the team, and for the outcome of the children that we look for. So next, I'd like to ask Karen to share with us on the anesthesia team.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
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 Okay, great.
Yes.
I was a little surprised by this, but I can always prepare something last minute, Nathan, thank you. So, Nathan and I have worked together on these trips for, I think, over 10 years. And I think this is the first year he asked me that I need to step up and not just do anesthesia. So leading the team will be interesting. I really like Dr. Lin's analogy of a football team. And as you know, for anesthesia, our analogy is always, we're like, anesthesia is like flying a plane. The takeoff and the landing are the most important, crucial points of the journey. So from the anesthesia standpoint, getting the patient into the OR and out of the OR are the critical times for us. So we definitely are part of the team, and we depend on everyone before and after the surgeries to make sure that the patient gets through the surgery safely. So many times, there is a lot of coordination that we have to do before the surgery in the pre-op area, making sure the patients are ready for surgery, whether it means making sure they get their pre-op medications or having their IVs ready for us. And then, of course, after surgery, sometimes our packing nurses are great, but sometimes we still have to stay in there for a little bit after surgery. So, but everyone coming this year on the anesthesia team are, have many years of experience, and I am sure we are going to work great as a team this year. And then for the other volunteers, we always welcome people into the OR so that we can allow people to see what's going on in the operating room. And usually the first day when we're trying to get things going, we'll just try to keep the staff to a minimum so that we can all focus on making sure we have the routine down and making sure everybody knows their job and be able to get through a day of patient care without too much teaching. But after that, usually we welcome the students especially to come in and take a look at the surgeries and ask questions about, the surgery or anesthesia or just anything they want us to talk about. So I think that's a great part of the experience for the students. And our part, I think our part is simple. We just get the patient to sleep and we wake them up and make sure they're good. But I think the hardest part is usually the preparation, the pre-op clinic. That's the day that we really need everyone to pitch in. There's a lot of moving around equipment, making sure patients are where they need to be. So I think that day is very crucial. So I know for, getting into Vietnam, it's always nice if people can get in on Saturday so that they're ready to go on Sunday. And that's it. And I think my other job usually is to make sure we have a fun last night in Vietnam. So we usually have a lot of fun on this trip. So and we try to save it all for the last part of the trip so that everyone can go home with a good experience and remember the trip. Other, than doing the good work we do, also enjoying the presence of each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for stepping up. And, as Karen mentioned to you, I kind of put it on the spot. Truly, first, I would have to tell you that I do that a lot, but I do that sometimes because, the nature of the work that we do here on the team is we have to respond and react to the situation. And we depend on each other. So depend on every member. That I depend on Ken, who has been my partners for many years. And on the team, you know, Ken not only is a great anesthesiologist, but she can sing. She can do a lot of fun things that keep the team lively. And then last year we have Hương, who I also discovered have a beautiful voice too. So, you know, as anesthesia or as the anesthesia team is concerned, I have the least skill outside the operating room. So it's going to be an exciting, really neat year. And actually, Amy can also sing. And then Daniel, first year on the team. So we'll get to find out what his other skill sets are besides doing anesthesia. Likewise with Dr. Jeannie Kim. All right, our pediatrician is Dr. Ngọc Bùi. Are you on? Are you able to join? Are you here? Okay, because she might not, because Dr. Ngọc Bùi finished her residency and currently doing a fellowship at Loma Linda. So she probably is working. Okay, now for our patient pre-op education and post-op care, it's actually a quite critical aspect of preparing the patient so that they are ready for the operating room and take care of them afterwards. So Lynn, can you share with us and about your team?
Thank you, Nathan. Hello, everyone. My name is Lynn, and I'm a dentist, but on this mission trip, I just do whatever is needed for me to do. I am part of the patient education team. We teach the parent of our little patient post-op wound care, and we do pre-op teaching. Like we prepare the patients and their parents, their families for the surgery. This is my 5th year on the mission trip with Project Vietnam. It's my 4th year with the surgery team. What drives me to keep coming back is not just the result of what our amazing doctor and the whole team, you know, do for these kids, but the happy tears that I get to observe from the mother, father of these children. It's a life-changing experience for them, for us. I always feel like I learn more than what I can give, you know, on each of this trip. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. So the impact that is made, and we are always looking for ways to improve our team. You know, I have been with the team. This will be my 21st mission. So, you know, a few years ago, or actually a dozen years ago, we discovered that in the United States, it's very easy to tell patient NPO, okay, don't eat after midnight or don't eat for 8 hours, right? For us, it's a very fundamental, very straightforward concept. But what I learned in Vietnam is that most of these patients come to us, they have never seen a doctor. They have never seen a clinic. So instruction like that became very, you know, foreign to them. And then Vietnam, you know, we ăn cháo or congee, right? To them, that is a critical aspect before surgery. They need nutrition. Their kids cry, you know, babies that aren't fed. So it became where surgery schedule each day become very difficult because, you know, of the eating and the culturally different. And as you know, in the United States, if the kids come, either they're a little bit sick or they didn't meet the NPO guideline, we basically postpone the surgery and they can reschedule it for another time. In Vietnam, they probably lost their one chance in this year for surgery. So we instituted, and Lynn and Tina has been instrumental in getting this piece of, you know, it's a culturally sensitive and where it's a touch point that is critical to get the kids to the operating room. Like Karen said, by the time the kids gets there, we anesthetize them and the surgeon do the surgery, but to get them there, it's a tremendous effort on our patient education team. Okay, so once they make it to the OR on the morning of when we arrive, they go through the pre-op and have surgery and go through the PACU. So Yao is our lead nurse here for the pre-op and for the PACU. Yao, can you share with us?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So My name is Yao Wen, and my background is actually the PACUR and in the US and the ICU nurse, and currently practice along with my PACUR experience. So I didn't know that Dr. Nathan appointed me going to be the lead RN of pre-op in PACUR until 2 days ago. So I did prepare what I'm going to say today, but I do my best. So usually in my past experience, I think I joined with Project Vietnam. It's going to be my 4th year coming up next September. So basically, we communicate with admin team and a pre-op on the day of surgery to get a list of how many cases we're going to do for the day. And we get kind of baseline vital sign, weight, and stuff, so we can get everything ready in recovery when the children coming out from the OR, so we can be able to get med ready based on the weights of the children. So basically, we try to practice safe as we do here in US. The most important thing is airway protection after the surgery from a general anesthesia, and make sure they wake up comfortable enough and they're not touching the wound, or if they're in pain or any kind of thing like that. And then after they wake up nicely, and then we transfer to the receiving area, which is the local hospital. They usually prepare the bed for us, and then we get it back to the children. So in the pre-op area, like I said, we get in touch with the team to get the baseline information. In recovery area, we get set up all the emergency equipment. And I think we the last one to get out the hospital also, because that's the recovery time. So usually the OR will be done, or pre-op will be done ahead of us, but we the last one to get out and finish the job. And after that, we clean up and get ready for the next day. Is that about it?
Okay, well, thank you, Yao. Yes,
Thank you, Dr. Nathan.
Yao been on the team for multiple years, and Yao and I have been working together for a long time. So thank you for accepting your newly appointed role. All right, and then for our OR staff, I believe we have Geraldine and Pauline here. Can one or both of you share with us the work that goes into that team?
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I also got appointed this year by Dr. Nathan Lay, voluntold, of course. My name is Pauline. I've been with Project Vietnam, probably this is my 5th or 6th years. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is probably my 5th or 6th years with Project Vietnam. And I think basically my position is just to make sure that we have all our supplies so that we can have the case and finish the case. Because without those supplies, we can't really go. And then just to organize, just to make sure that the OR is run smoothly. So if some of you guys are in the middle of, during the week that we're working and you guys don't feel comfortable in a certain area, or I see that, or Geraldine and I see that, that you best fits being, either circulating or scrubbing, then if you guys don't mind, we might have to change your assignment just so that we can run smoothly. Otherwise, my part is just to make sure that, all the cases are done and all the kids' surgeries are complete and they have a big smiles on their face. What else? I think that's pretty much it, and we'll have fun on the last day.
Okay, thank you. And then Koi, are you on the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, so Koi, share with us a little bit what the the your team do with all the instruments and yeah.
So hello everyone. My name is Koi. I was tasked with the central supply and support the OR with the sterile processor for the instrument. This is only my second year. I'm lucky that I was given one of the important tasks in the back. So my task is usually make sure I know the schedule of the room. So we plan ahead of the equipment set. So the day will be smooth. Sometimes there's some hiccup, like we change the schedule a little bit, like midday. But if we can work around with the other room, we can make it happen. I'm still learning a lot from Geraldine and Pauline, but I hope this year I can help the Hương Nguyễn to help me with this task. And yeah, that's it. I'm still learning. That's why. Sorry, Dr. Nathan.
No, he is very important in help us organize the supply here in the States, make sure that we have all the instrument, the equipments, and the surgical supply that we need for the mission. As you know, we bring practically all the critical stuff with us so that we have what we normally use here in the States. So Koi stepped up after his 1 year of volunteering last year. He stepped up to the plate and he's contributing, to help us prepare and stay organized in Vietnam. Okay, so next on the media team, I don't see Anh Bình or Lai here. Are you here, Anh Bình? So the media team, I'll show you a little bit, is that they help us share our stories, right? We do the work, and the important thing for us to do the work is that there are three aspects to all the work that we do, that we share. Either we share our time, our talent, or our treasure. So it's at time we share all three. So for all the people that are able to share their time and their talent, as well as their treasure, they are on the team. And all the other people who are not ready or not able to share their time at this point, our media team help capture the work that we do, the work that PVNF does, to share that with our community so that we can get new volunteers, create opportunity for the community to support the work that we do, and the fundraiser that we have to help pay for our patients for them to have the surgery. And then, like I said, this year we have the EMR and the IT. I don't see Anh Dũng here, but Hồng is here. So Hồng, can you share with us a little bit of the project that you're working on for the team and any ask of the team? We can't hear you. I see you online, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me better?
Yes, now I can. Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. You would think that if I'm in charge of IT, I would not have any technical difficulty.
It's your IT solving skills that's we depend on.
So thank you very much for allowing me to be part of the team. And we are working on different ways to capture the patient data. And when we get to Vietnam, so that we can convert our paper, medical records and appointment tracking and all of that into the cloud and into our SharePoint. So that's what I'll be working on. And yet said, if I have an ask, so since I see that we have some surgeons on here, I don't have all your glove size, so I'm going to take this opportunity to see if you can go ahead and just message me in this meeting and just let me know your glove size. Tina and Pauline and I've been working on the list, so I hope to get that order placed this month. That's my only ask, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone.
Mm.
All right, awesome. And then our student volunteer, if I can just have one of you just jump on and share with us a little bit of what you're looking to accomplish on the team here. Either Sarah or Dana or Taryn.
Hi,
Don't be shy.
everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think I'm just personally really excited to support everyone else and what they have to do, and just to be someone to lean on, and also be able to learn from people that have been in the medical field for such a long time. I think it'll be a really interesting experience, and it's really exciting to be coming back to Vietnam too.
All right, awesome. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to go through our Sunday clinic now, okay? Let me find my document here and yes. Okay. Hang on, sorry, give me 1 minute here to bring it up. All right, so this is our Sunday clinic workflow. So the important thing here that I want to share you why the Sunday clinic is critical is it's a day where we'll evaluate the patient. And we have the concept of before we can do good, first we have to do no harm. So the critical part of the Sunday clinic is for us to be able to screen the patients, make sure that they are the appropriate patient for the surgery, and then we want to reassure the patients is medically stable and can proceed through the surgery safely. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit that we divide the clinic into 8 stations for the Sunday, and I will work with our core team to assign you to one of the stations, but that will come a little bit later. So on Saturday, when we have our team meeting, we will have that ready for you. Okay, so on Sunday, there are 2 things that happen simultaneously. One is the clinic where we screen patient, and the other part of the team will be going to do the setup of the operating room, the pre-op recovery room, as well as do training, hands-on training for you, like OR scrub, OR circulations, pre-op, and PACU tasks for the week. So that's when you will get your hands-on training. So our clinic will look something, I'll bring up the diagram that I kind of drew up, so for us to understand the workflow. So the clinic is basically is at the hospital this year, and it will look something to like this, where we start out with, there's a patient area. The patient would have arrived hours before us. The hospital will have them register through the hospital. So at the beginning, we start out with station 1, which is at your left-hand corner, where we will have a couple of volunteers that will check in the patient and register them to our Project Vietnam PVNF database. So they will complete a surgery preoperative evaluation form. The patient will, at this point, we have a form that actually, one other thing I want to emphasize is that the patient will go through vital signs. After they register, they go through the station number 2, which will take care of our vital signs. And at the vital sign, we'll have about 4 nurses stationed there. And they will take down basic information and do vital signs. they'll screen for COVID symptoms. Last year, we test every patient and family member for COVID. This year, with the current guideline, is that we don't need to test anyone unless they are symptomatic or they have documented exposure. Okay, so we will do that screening, and we will follow whatever the current guideline is at that point by the CDC. And then from there, we will have a couple runners that will take the patient from the vital signs and walk them. Keep in mind that we have runners, meaning our volunteer will help escort the patient from one station to the other. Many of our patients may not even speak the Vietnamese dialect, right? Many of them speak Hmong or some other minority language. They may have one person in the family that speaks Vietnamese. So the runner will help escort the patient from station 2 to station 3, where they will get, the surgeon will evaluate them. In this room, we will have 3 or 4 surgeon stations where they do a comprehensive evaluation, determine what surgery that's needed, and at that point, they determine whether the patient is a surgical candidate or if they're not a surgical candidate. If they're a surgical candidate, then they will proceed through the remainder of the station. If they're not a surgical candidate, then they'll go to the last station, which is station number 6. And then our admin team will take care of the discharge and disposition at that point. And the patients that are considered good candidate for surgery will proceed to station number 4, where the runner will walk the patient over, and then over there, there will be a waiting area, and we will see one patient at a time. Our pediatrician will evaluate the patient's their birth history and the past. Basically, they do like a well child care exam and make sure that they don't have any underlying syndrome that potentially could be lethal for them to undergo anesthesia or can have unknown complications. Many of our patients who come to us come from small town and they have traveled long distance. They could be on the back of a motorbike. They could be in one of those tuk-tuk kind of a transportation. So, and then they're not used to being exposed to so much smog in the city. So many of them have upper respiratory symptoms, but many of that are more of a reactive airway to the environment rather than having an actual infection. So we depend on our pediatrician to sort through all of that, make sure that the patient is safe, or if there's any treatment that we can initiate to help, get the patient well enough for undergo surgery. And once that patient, either they get approved for surgery and they continue on. If they need further workup, then they can discuss with where we have the PVNF clinical consultation. So in there will be me and a few other clinicians that can help sort through any of the medical condition that the patient have, and we can see how we can get further workup or further treatment for them in Vietnam. And then they proceed on to the anesthesia station, which is station number 5, where we do a complete anesthesia evaluations. We want to make sure that the patient is safe for first anesthetize. We assess the airway, because a lot of the patients, you realize, is that their congenital deformities are all in the airway. And with anesthesia, to safely anesthetize them, we have to be able to secure the airway, right? Air is the most critical aspect to maintaining life. So that is a critical evaluation. We also make sure that we evaluate them, ensure that they don't have any risk factor for malignant hypothermia. We have the basic medication that help at the initial phase, but to treat malignant hypothermia in Vietnam is probably almost extremely challenging and very difficult. And finally, once we finish with that, and if the patient is all set for surgery, we send them to station 6. There, our admin team will work through and get them admitted to the hospital or send them into one of our off-site facility where they will host them until the day of surgery. So at this point, when we finish evaluation, the important thing for our team one of the key principles is that a patient will only have surgery if they are deemed good surgical candidate by all three evaluation, which is the surgeon evaluation, the pediatrician evaluation, and the anesthesia team evaluations. We want to make sure that every patient that we do have the best chance for a successful outcome. Let me see. So that's pretty much where the this Sunday clinic happened. And like I said, behind the scene, we will have OR set up, and as we bring off our equipment, they all need to be sorted out. So I will put together the final assignment for us. All right, do we have any questions from anyone?
I have a quick question. EMR, is that something that we different from what we do over here when we go over there?
I'm sorry, and Joseph, can you repeat that for me?
You mentioned about EMR, electronic medical record. So how do we do it over there? It's similar to what we do over here, or we do differently?
Okay, so in previous years, we have always done paper record, and we have always we have several attempts trying to convert to some sort of electronic medical record form, because the infrastructure in Vietnam has been pretty behind, like Wi-Fi and things like that. So we have not been successful previously. So this year, we feel that all the pieces are coming together nicely. The infrastructure is better in Vietnam. As far as electronic programming and things over here, and above and beyond all of that is the volunteer that join us this year. So we are creating it. So this will be the first step. So we are going to do documentation. So thank you for bringing that up. And I forgot one thing, or two things about the Sunday clinic is that on Sunday, we are going to do everything paper like how we have always done in previous year. And then we are going to assign volunteer who we will train ahead of time on how to enter the data into an electronic medical record. And we are going to try to deploy as many aspects of that as we can. Okay, and likewise, so at every evaluation station, we will have volunteer that will do data entering for us. And also there's a number of many of our volunteers are non-Vietnamese speaking. So we will have a translator to help translate for us at each of the stations. All right, do we have other questions? Okay, so at this point, I would just like for us to go through and introduce everyone on the team meeting today. So let me bring mine back to full screen. All right. Or Dũng, can you help me and just go through and ask everyone that on our meeting here to introduce themselves, and then we get to hear a little bit. Give us a quick elevator 30-second information about yourself, so we get to know our team before we arrive in Vietnam. As you know, I'm not IT. I'm not able to make my screen full screen here. You have the full screen. Can you help just ask each individual to introduce themselves for me?
How about we start with Celeste?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Celeste. I'm working with Dr. Le, some of the volunteer at Kaiser Permanente. I'm an OR nurse for 23 years at Kaiser. And I'm excited to join Project Vietnam. And this is my first time.
You can take over you.
Dũng, we cannot hear you.
Oh, you cannot hear me. What happened? Let me see. Hold on.
No, we heard you, Celeste. We just can't hear you. Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
how about go across? That's Joseph Huang.
Okay, I'm Joseph Huang. I'm ear, nose, and throat ENT. I've been hearing a lot about this mission, so I'm like to participate. So this is my first year joining the mission in September. Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Next up is Edward.
Hi, morning. You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, pretty good. All right, cool. This is my first time going to Vietnam, but I've been to Peru for the same medical mission for 4 consecutive years. I'm an OR nurse, and I do scrub. I did scrub in Peru, and Dr. Nathan Lay presented me this invitation, and I'm so excited to help out, and I'm so excited to help out with the kids in Vietnam. Thank you.
Sylvia Nguyen. Can you unmute yourself and tell us about yourself? Go ahead.
Me?
Yes, you.
Hi, my name is Sylvia. I am currently an accountant with Caltech University. I've been there for 20 years, and this is my second year with Project Vietnam, and I will be hopefully assistant to Dũng and help him with whatever he doesn't want to do. So I'm excited to go this year. I hope to see all you there.
Sorry, Sylvia. It's not something that I don't want to do, but because I'm unable to do because there are too many
That's
things.
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Just give all that to me, and I hope I will take care of all that.
Yeah, Sylvia, thank you.
About you, can you tell us about yourself?
Hello, Jesse Dũng. So I volunteer with Project Vietnam with the surgery team since the 17th. So I have been able to go back to Vietnam since then every year. So at first I just a volunteer like everyone else, but since I'm not in the medical field, so I just try to figure out that any other thing that I can fit in. So I end up to do the admin stuff. So I take care of all the paperwork and all the logistics. So it's like that's a lot. Compare us like a football field or a football team. So when people play, the coach and the headquarters and whoever play in the field, so we are in the back, provide water, tower, and the bus to get you there to the field and get you back and by the restaurant so you can celebrate after the game. That's the admin team job.
Besides Nathan, Dũng is the hardest working person on our team. I think of him as a gopher on the Love Boat. He's our cruise director. He takes care of everything. You need something, call Dũng.
Yeah.
Okay. We met Dr. Karen Wu. Let's hear from Dr. Lisa Schuckert.
I hope you can hear me. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm actually from Austria, so just right next to Germany, but live in Germany now, and I'm a surgical resident for plastic and reconstructive surgery. It's going to be my first mission, also my first time in Vietnam, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Welcome. Dr. Hung Lei, one of our anesthesiologists and contestant of the American Idol, or is it The Voice? We can't hear you. Can you unmute?
Please unmute yourself.
Okay.
There.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that Vietnam Idol was accepting applicants, but no, not there. I'll stick with anesthesia for now. So I'm Hung, anesthesiologist, obviously. I started with Project Vietnam last year, so this will be my second year. And I've been counting the days since we left last year. So I'm pretty excited about this year as well. I can't wait to work with everyone. We have a bigger group this year, I heard. So that means more cases, more patients, and more fun. One of the things that surprised me the most about my experience last year was I came in thinking about the patients that we will be, have the privilege of helping. But I came out finding out that as rewarding was being able to meet all the wonderful people in the team. I have to say that everyone who volunteered are the most amazing, wonderful people on earth. And you guys are the one that's going to keep me coming back. So just want to say thank you, and can't wait to work with you again this year and to meet all the new volunteers as well. One tip that I found that was very helpful for me was that even though we will be in an unfamiliar setting, equipments are not optimized, things are different, patients are different, and we will have to work differently from what we are familiar with here in the US or in other countries others are coming from. If we strive to provide care that's above and beyond the standard of care, I believe that's how we can make up for the lack of optimization and familiarity. So I think Nathan, Dr. Lei already touched base on that topic, but I wanted to bring that up again. Anyway, can't wait to meet up with everyone, and in September. Good luck on your flight there. It's a long flight. So prepare well, and I'll see everyone there.
Thank you, Dr. Hung. I see Hung. Can we hear from Hung, your husband?
Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be part of the team. This is my first year. I've been recruited to join the team because so much influence from Nathan and my better half. I'm looking to join you on this journey to make a difference in so many lives. So I'm part of the admin team. Anh Dũng say jump, I say how high. That's how I take my orders. So yeah, looking forward to the trip and looking to meet everybody. So safe travels.
Thank you, Hung. Can we hear from Jessica Lei?
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm at work, so I can't really
we can hear you.
talk for a long time. So basically, I've been a nurse for 5 years. Recently graduated with my clinical nurse specialist, and been a critical care nurse, ER, PIC nurse, and OR, IR, a little bit of everything. So this is going to be my first year. I'm excited.
All right, you sound like you're perfect for the team. You're able to wear many hats.
Thank you. May we hear from Daniel Perez?
Hello, hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I started Kaiser in I believe 2016. So I've been working with Dr. Nathan Lay, Karen, for a while now, and I actually been wanting to do this. So this is my first year of volunteering, and I'm excited. I've been a nurse for a while. I actually used to work with Jiao back in early 2000s up to, I don't know, I think 2013. Yeah, so I've been around as far as in nursing. I could also wear different hats. Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait.
Welcome. May we hear from Quinn?
Hi everyone. My name is Queen Lê Ngọc. I have been in the OR as a nurse for about 8 to 9 years, and this is my second year working with Project Vietnam. Since last year, I came back to Vietnam to visit my friends and family and doing the mission. And I already set a goal for myself that I have to do this every year because it's kind of like fun and helpful in another way that I can touch my hands to another kids' lives other than my kids. So I'm excited to go see you all new faces and familiar faces from last year. This is September. Hopefully everyone will have a safe travel and see you in September.
All right.
Thank you. I see Trịnh Diễm Nguyễn.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Trịnh.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good morning. My name is Chin Nguyen. I am a nurse in San Jose Kaiser. My background is ER nurse, and I am also a PACU nurse now. This is my first time going to Vietnam on this trip, and I'm looking forward to it and I'm very excited. Thank you.
All right.
So Dana, are you available?
Hello.
Hello,
Hi,
Dana.
Dana.
My name is Dana Yu, and I just finished my first year at UCI as a public health major. So I'm currently as of right now, I'm on a pre-med health track. So I've been pretty interested in the field, and I just wanted to take these learning opportunities. I personally knew Dr. Nathan Lee and Dr. Tina Lee through my scout troop, who introduced Project Vietnam to us back over 5 years ago. And I've always been inspired to volunteer and just be more in touch with my Vietnamese community as well. So now that I feel like I'm ready, I mustered up the courage to reach out, and I'm genuinely so excited to just do what I can. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dana.
Và Hương Vũ.
Hi everyone. My name is Hương Vũ. This is the first year that I joined the Project Vietnam Foundation. I'm really excited. I've been wanted to join for many long time, but didn't have a chance to do it. And this is the first year that I can join. So I've been a nurse for 14 years. I try a little bit of everything. I have experience with critical care nurse, but never have experience with children. So this will be my first experience with children. I'm excited to join the team and hope to learn from everybody.
Thank you, Hương. How about Pauline?
Hi. So can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
I came from probably background of ICU for 10 years. OR nurse, actually ICU probably 8 years. OR nurse 10 years. Actually no, 10, and then now I have 3 years of PACU. So I'm currently working both PACU and OR. I just go back and forth. And then with the Project Vietnam, I've been, exposed with kids, and plus my PACU, I've been exposed with kids, both surgery center and main hospital in Kaiser, working with Dr. Nathan Lay for, let me see now, almost 13 years. right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much my background.
Okay.
And I'm excited to come again years and years, just because the kids have, melt my heart pretty much, and I can't say no. Every time I think of them and their smile, and then every time I come back, I get to see them again. Some of them are returning patient, and you see the progress, and it just make a huge difference.
Thank you, Pauline. Dr. Tina.
Let me see. Which person you're referring to? You?
Dr. Tina Lê.
Oh, Tina Lê. Okay, so Tina, she's at work right now, so she's listening and she can't talk. So she asked me just to let you know that she is my wife, and she has been working with Project Vietnam for as long as I have. Because of family and children, she has been working, helping prepare for the trips for many years, and then she has been on the actual mission with us, about 4 times. So this year, our oldest daughter has graduated from college. She'll be able to be home watching out my 2 younger high school children, so that she will be able to be back with us again this year. So she will help work with the patient care, patient educations, and post-op care, and she keep me, focused. So I'm glad that she's on the team and help me with that.
Thank you, Doctor. So I also have on the list here, Lynn. Is that Lynn Đặng? Lynn?
Hello.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Linh Đặng, and this is also my second year with Project Vietnam. Last year, I was a vacuum team, and I really enjoyed it. Thanks to Anh Giao and Tina Đặng and Nina, like really helped walk through the first year, and I had a good experience. And I really enjoy. I hope I'm looking forward to work with Anh Giao again this year. My background, I've been a nurse for 10 years. I do med-surg tele, and I do chemo oncology infusion. And for the past 3 years, I'm also working as a family nurse practitioner. So I kind of like hopping around and do different things, and I enjoy doing the flexibility of that. And I really looking forward to join the Project Vietnam again. The memory is still there, and it's really emotional, and I learned a lot from everybody, and I got the opportunity to meet some like a lot of great people, and looking forward to meet more awesome people in September. Thank you.
Okay, so I have some people with the name iPhones. I'm not quite sure who the person is. So if you haven't been introduced, please unmute yourself and introduce you. Anyone we haven't called the name? Call your name.
Okay, whoever on iPhone, I can't hear you. I think you're trying to introduce. Okay.
Maybe they can just put their name on the chat.
Dantay sa Home Depot? Hindi. Hindi na. Dito na. Mag-aga pa 11:30.
Okay, so maybe he or she is shy, so we will who will see them in Vietnam, and we'll be able to get to know one. So anyone else we haven't mentioned?
Hindi, tinatanong ko lang sa'yo kung bibili ng ano. Yung pala may meeting ka pa.
Celeste, you still on the speaker, Celeste.
Okay, so
Okay, so is there any questions of anyone that just came up? Okay, so this is wonderful that we get to meet each other here first, and then so when we come to Vietnam, we are able to put the have a chance to actually hug and shake hands and have that familiar, being familiar with each other, so that we can hit the ground running. I just want to remind everyone, please check the CDC guideline, because if you need any vaccinations, some of them are a month ahead of time, so that you have that ready. I ask everyone to stay healthy. Okay, so keep exercise and eat well so that you are healthy and ready for the trip. And then the third thing that I just want to mention, some people have asked me, is that we have friends and family that want to donate. So if they want to donate to Project Vietnam, they can donate to Project Vietnam if it's first to help the kids. That's fine. If they want to donate to help you with your mission, the volunteer mission cost, they can do that too. So just email our admin team, and they will give you instructions on how to make that happen. Okay, and then I will be reaching our August meeting will be critical. So we'll set the date and set it out to you, and that would be our final meeting before leaving. So we will do that, and we'll set a date for in-person to come and to pick up your visa, as well as the supply box that we're going to ask you to carry for us. Okay, so please be save space for that.
Nathan, I was just wondering, how are we doing on our stuffed animal donations or medication donations? Do we need more fundraising?
Stuffed animal medium size, we can use some more. Okay, other donation, I think we will send out a list of some of the donation that we will need, because right now we still inventory to see what we have. Then if you have friends and family that would like to help and donate and support you on your mission, we have a list of basic supply that we can use, like Tylenol, children Tylenol, children Motrin, things along those lines. All right. Any other questions?
I've one more question. Should we bring scrubs on our own too, or do we get scrubs there?
We will have hospital scrubs there for you to use. Some people may have specialized, size that they may need. And we have asked the hospital, and they said that they'll try to, you can wear them, but they'll try to launder them for you so that you have it. But the hospital will have scrubs.
Dr. Lisa, I usually bring 2 pairs of scrubs for myself.
Okay.
I do wear it for the Sunday clinic for the patient screening. I do wear it on the travel from the hotel to the hospital. But once I'm there, I change into their scrubs, and I follow their guideline as far as what to wear inside their operating room. So, but once you're done, you can change back to your own scrub and travel back to the hotel.
Okay, good to know.
All right.
Yeah, and then you also will have 2 tops from PVNF that have the logo and things like that, and that you can wear with a pair of jeans or something like that if you want.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for spending your Sunday here with us, and we're excited. We're counting down 10 weeks. Counting, it's going to come by fast, and I'm looking forward to meeting and seeing and working with each and every one in September. All right. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.